Illinois is now the latest northern liberal state to raise a white flag when it comes to the growing migrant crisis. The state's governor, J.B. Pritzker, just penned an urgent SOS letter to the White House, which reads as a cry for help, as the numbers being transported to Chicago are accelerating. The humanitarian crisis is overwhelming our ability to provide aid to the refugee population. Mr. President, I urge you, Secretary Mayorkas, and the rest of your administration to take swift action. He wasn't the only one. Here's New York's Governor Kathy Hochul in an interview with CBS.
We want them to have a limit on who can come across the border. It is too open right now. People coming from all over the world are finding their way through, simply saying they need asylum, and the majority of them seem to be ending up in the streets of New York, and that is a real problem for New York City.
With us now, host of the No Spin News, Bill O'Reilly. Bill, it's good to see you as always. I remember watching you back in high school, and you were ringing the alarm bells about the border. Was this inevitable, this moment?
No, we had it under control in the last year of the Trump administration, where illegal border crossings were down 80% because of the Remain in Mexico policy. But the first day Joe Biden took office, he wiped that out with an executive order that basically says there's an open border, that anybody can apply for asylum and stay in the United States while the case is adjudicated. That led to 7, maybe 8 million asylum seekers coming across the border in an organized fashion as the cartels directed them, told them exactly what to do, and that Joe Biden will let you stay for as long as you want to stay. And so the madness now is caught up with all the progressive mayors, like old J.B. Pritzker, who issued his letter today whining that the state of Illinois has spent $330 million with no end sight to fulfill the needs of the poor migrant people. And they are poor. I mean, no sane person blames the migrants. That's crazy. It's Biden's fault, 100%. And now his party is turning on him because the pain is being felt by the individual taxpayers in California, Illinois, New York, and other liberal states.
Massachusetts among them. I think about this. Pritzker's letter is stunning. I just want to read one part for you. First and foremost, I recommend that there be one person in the federal government who works directly for you in the White House who can lead the oversight of our nation's efforts at the border. I thought Kamala Harris was the border czar.
So did I. But Kamala didn't want any part of this. Look, Pritzker is posturing. He knows the people in Illinois are furious, as they are in New York and California. Okay. Tonight, if you could wake them up, Joe Biden has a pen. Here's a pen, Joe. All right, he has a paper. Here's a paper like Barack Obama had. All he has to do is write an executive order that says, I, the President of the United States, are suspending requests for asylum for a year until we can adjudicate the problem that we have. That would take, 2 minutes? And then all asylum seekers would be turned back, 100% of them, because the United States would not be accepting any more applications. So JB, not smart enough to figure that out, and even if he did, he wouldn't say it anyway, because it would alienate his progressive base. This is all, again, smoke and mirrors. Hochul and Newsom and Pritzker want people to think that they're concerned, that they're on the folks' side, that this is out of control and Biden has to do something about it. Biden's not going to do anything about it, okay, because he doesn't have the money. The federal government is broke, and so are the state governments. That's why you can't have unfettered immigration. It's got to be regulated. So this is all a charade. Again, executive order puts an end to it. Got to fire Mayorkas and get somebody in there who knows what he's doing. But Biden's not going to do any of this. He barely knows what day it is.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.